Once upon a time, in a world where opulence and wealth knew no bounds, there lived a woman who was known far and wide as one of the richest individuals on the planet. Her name was Azrinaz Mazhar Hakim, and she had captured the attention of the world not only for her immense wealth, but also for her intriguing life story. Azrinaz was married to none other than the Sultan of Brunei, a man who ranked among the richest men in the world. Despite the 33-year age gap between them, she had agreed to become his second wife. Her life was a symphony of luxury, residing in the most extravagant home on the planet and raising two beautiful children. But in a single, heart-wrenching moment, everything changed. Her fortune, her titles, and even her beloved children were all taken from her. As the story goes, Brunei had been under the unchallenged rule of Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah for 5 decades. He was a man who wielded absolute power and had amassed unimaginable wealth through the sale of oil and natural gas. According to Forbes, his assets were estimated at around a staggering $28 billion, a fortune that easily surpassed that of any other king or queen in the world. His extravagant spending habits had made him a globally recognized figure. One of the most iconic symbols of his opulence was his sprawling palace, a colossal masterpiece that boasted over 1,700 rooms. This palace, known as the Iman Building, held the Guinness World Record as the largest inhabited structure on Earth. Its construction had been completed in 1984 at a mind-boggling cost of $1.4 billion. It stood as a testament to the Sultan's immense wealth and extravagant lifestyle. But the Sultan's love for extravagance extended far beyond his architectural feats. His love for cars was legendary, and he had assembled the world's most extensive collection of luxury automobiles. This collection included over 7,000 cars, among which one could find a multitude of Rolls-Royces, Ferraris, Bentleys, and other symbols of automotive opulence. Among these gleaming vehicles, a particular gold-covered Rolls-Royce, adorned in a manner befitting the South, stood as the crown jewel of his collection. The Sultan was known to have spent exorbitant amounts on personal grooming, even paying as much as $20,000 for a single haircut. His personal life was just as lavish as his public persona. He had first married Pengiran Anak Saleha, his first cousin once removed, when he was still quite young. However, his desire for a new family led him to enter into a second marriage, this time with an ex-stewardess named Maryam Abdulaziz. Unfortunately, this second marriage did not stand the test of time, leading to Maryam's departure from the luxurious palace. In the wake of this tumultuous period, the Sultan found himself falling in love once more. This time, his heart was captivated by Azrinaz Mazhar Hakim, a young and striking TV reporter hailing from Malaysia. Initially, many dismissed the stories of their union as mere fabrications, given the significant age gap between the two. At the time of their marriage, Azrinaz was a mere 25 years old, while her husband was on the cusp of turning 60. Despite the skepticism surrounding their relationship, Azrinaz had earned recognition and praise as a writer for a prominent Malaysian TV station. Her beauty and talent seemed to make her a worthy candidate for the title of Brunei's queen. However, it was difficult for the world to comprehend the depth of love between a 25-year-old woman and a 60-year-old monarch. The Sultan's first wife, Saleha, had been a significant part of his life for a long time, even after their divorce. The years they had spent together had left an indelible mark on their lives, and even in the aftermath of their separation, she continued to hold sway in his world. Both of the Sultan's wives occasionally made public appearances with him, albeit on rare occasions. During those public events, Azrinaz, as she was known, often appeared stressed and uncomfortable. She expressed her discomfort at having to share her husband with another woman, a sentiment that was clearly visible in photographs from that period. While the public could only catch fleeting glimpses of their lives through these photographs, the true dynamics of their relationships remained shrouded in mystery. Tragedy struck in 2010 when Reina Mazarin, as she was affectionately known, passed away. Her untimely death left a void in the Sultan's life, one that would be difficult to fill. It was during this time that Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the world. Out of the blue, he declared his intention to divorce Azrinaz. The suddenness of this decision left everyone bewildered. It seemed that the Sultan's first wife, Saleha, was destined to be the sole occupant of his heart and the ruler of his court once more. Saleha had been by his side longer than anyone else, and had proven herself to be an enduring presence in his life. The introduction of a new queen had evidently disrupted the delicate balance within the vast royal family. The Bruneian royal family was no stranger to intrigues and conspiracies, and it appeared that the Sultan's first wife and his numerous children from his previous marriages were not eager to embrace the new addition to their ranks. The dynamics within the palace became increasingly complex. Saleha, as the Sultan's oldest wife, found it easier to navigate this intricate web of relationships and, in a digital age, capitalize on her position by selling her wares online. The people of Brunei eventually reached a consensus that the royal children should accompany their father to the palace, ensuring that they retained their royal status and the privileges that came with it. For Azrinaz, the most heartbreaking aspect of this tumultuous period was her inability to see her children. Her son had turned 4 and her daughter 2 when she was forced to part from them. The pain of being separated from her beloved children weighed heavily on her heart. She longed to hold them close and watch them grow. But fate had other plans. As she prepared to leave the United States and embark on a new chapter of her life in Malaysia, her thoughts were consumed by her children. In a poignant letter posted on Instagram, she conveyed her love and yearning for them, expressing the hope that they would reunite in the not-so-distant future. She cherished the moments she had spent with them and looked forward to the day when they could forgive her for the absence during their formative years. The world remained largely unaware of Azrinaz's life until 2018, when surprising news emerged. It had been 8 long years since her divorce from the Sultan, and her ex-husband had only recently discovered her engagement. Her close friend and companion of many years, Faraz Khan Abdul Hamid, had become her husband. Though their histories stretched back over the years, they had dated for just 1 year before deciding to unite their lives. Faraz, unlike her previous spouse, was a commoner without royal titles or privileges. Yet, Azrinaz appeared happier than ever in her marriage. The couple celebrated the arrival of 2 daughters and continued a tradition of going on winter holiday trips together. Azrinaz, who was known as Pastor Nas in the media, had amassed a substantial following on Instagram.